Have you ever needed something so bad and immediately that you couldn't function unless you got it? Like you needed something right this second, in this moment, otherwise you couldn't think about anything else, you couldn't go anywhere else, you couldn't function, you couldn't do anything. Because if you've ever felt that way, this story is going to resonate with you. And so here's what happened. So one day I'm walking uptown, I'm by Lincoln Center around 66th Street, Amsterdam Avenue in Manhattan, and it's about 7:30 at night, and I'm thinking to myself, I must have a bagel right this second. Like I need a bagel right now, and I need a bagel with lox spread, cream cheese and lox spread. Now, if you're from New York City, you're probably thinking I needed to go to H&H Bagels, or maybe I wanted to go to Zabar's, or maybe I even wanted to go to the bagel place up on 100th and Broadway. Maybe I would go downtown to Russ and Daughters, but no. The place I needed to go to was between 107th and 108th Street and Broadway, called Absolute Bagels. It's about a block south of where La Bella China used to be, my favorite Chino Latino place, the Cuban Chinese food where they had picadillo and, yellow rice, black beans, and sweet plantains and chicharrón de pollo. And anyway, I digress, because that place is not even there anymore. But anyway, I'm going up to Absolute Bagels. And so I head up there because I know they probably close at 8 o'clock. So I fly up there. And there's a line, because there's always a line. And there are only 4 tables in this place, 3 or 4 tables, I'm not sure. It's like kind of like a pizza place sized bagel place. So anyway, I get in line, I get my stuff. There's one table empty, which is like a miracle. So I sit down, I'm getting ready to eat. It's like mission accomplished. I have gotten what I wanted in that exact moment. I am totally happy, satisfied, ecstatic. And then this young woman walks into the store with this little boy. He's probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old, like kindergarten, first grade kind of age. And she walks in, and this kid is eating ICES. Now, ICES, okay. You'll either see a man or a woman in Manhattan with this gigantic block of ice in front of them, and they shave the ice off, and they put it in these paper cup cones kind of things, and they put like either, strawberry or lemon or pineapple or, all kind of grape syrup on top of it, and it's really, really good. So anyway, this kid is eating an ICES, and it is all over his body. Like he is eating it with complete, absolute joy and bliss. He is so happy. And it's like all over his chest, it's all over his face, it's all over the floor in the store now. And so anyway, this woman, she doesn't even notice because she's probably on the same mission that I was on to get these bagels. So anyway, she plops this kid right down at my table. And she says, can he please just sit here while I go get my stuff? Like, we're not going to eat in the store. We're just going to go. I need him to be sitting down right now, please. And I was like, sure, no problem. So, I mean, we're all within like 5-10 feet of each other, so it's not a big deal. So anyway, he sits down, dripping all over the place. She didn't even notice, I don't think. And she gets in line. I'd say about 15 or 20 minutes go by. And there's like, ices dripped on his chest, his face, the table, the floor of the store, out onto the street. It's everywhere. So the woman comes back and she goes, okay. And then she looks at him. She's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And the little boy looks at his mom like, what? And she's like, you know what? Every time you have ices, it's easy to know where you've been because you leave this crazy trail behind you every single time. And so since there are not a lot of room in this store and there's a lot of people in this tiny little space, the place got silent. And this little boy was like, he had a look on his face like, ooh, I did something bad. So anyway, the woman's like, don't worry about it. She takes one of those, containers that hold all the napkins. You see them in diners and pizza places. She opens it up. She takes out all the napkins. And now she's on her hands and knees cleaning the floor in this place. And so a guy from the bagel store comes from behind the counter. He's like, ma'am, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. She's like, no. It was my son. I'll clean it. No big deal. So she is like I said, on her hands and knees cleaning. She's cleaning the floor. She's cleaning the counter because it got some stuff on this counter. She's cleaning the table. She's cleaning everything. And so she finally finishes, and the store is silent this whole time. So then she looks up, she looks at her son, she's like, okay, let's go. And he's just kind of sitting here, and he's getting up kind of slow, and she notices that he's feeling kind of bad, like I think he's embarrassed. And she goes, hey, what's wrong? And he just looks at his mom, and she's like, "Hey kid, I like your style. What's the problem? You know what, I have a great idea. Let's go back out to the ICES person. Let's get you another one. We're only 5 or 6 blocks from home, right? Let's walk home carefully with the ICES. Let's not get any on the lobby when we get to the building. Let's wait till we get to our apartment, and when I open the door, let's get it all over the foyer. Let's get into the kitchen, and let's just walk around dripping in all kinds of different shapes and, make all kinds of like graffiti or something on the floor with your ICES, so that when your daddy comes home, he can see how amazingly gifted, talented, and creative, how genius his son is. You're an artist. I love it. Don't feel bad. Like I said, I like your style." And this little boy looked at his mom, and I was kind of wondering, is she serious or is she being sarcastic with this kid? But he looked at her and he knew. And then I knew that she was dead serious. And I just thought, wow, crazy. So anyway, they get up and they leave. This little boy, if he was a puppy, he would have been wagging his tail as they, walked out of the store, and they headed out. And I just thought to myself, wow, what a mother. What a great mom. So anyway, that's my story this week. For those who want to know, I'm using the Sony a6400 camera because that's the only camera I have. I'm using my Samyang 12mm f2 lens. And the reason I chose to use this lens for this story is that it's not like a really intimate, deep, heavy, kind of maybe sad or tragic or really, heavy. I use the word heavy again. As a writer, that's epic fail. But anyway, it's not that kind of story. So for that type of story, I would use a lens that would be, have me closer up, You would see more of me. You would be closer in. You would see less of the background. It would be more of a focus on me, the subject, and the story of what I'm trying to express. Because, directors and cinematographers often use these ultra-wide-angle lenses for like whimsical, kind of odd, weird kind of scenarios, where maybe it's funny or maybe it's just unusual, because maybe my face is a little distorted right now. I'm not sure because I'm pretty far away from the lens, right? I mean, right there is how far I am. So I'm not that far, but I'm not right up on it where I would be really distorted. And I can't get too close because this is a manual focus lens. So I have to stay where I am to stay in focus. It's also manual aperture. But anyway, that's why I chose this. And, I'm going to do a video pretty soon on this spiritual lens thing of mine. It's like a spiritual journey, how to choose lenses, why I use the lens, and what I'm trying to convey, and how different lenses express or emote different emotions, evoke different feelings. So anyway, please subscribe. Please hit the like button if you like these stories. And I think this is number 10, so that's kind of a thing, right? Milestone. We got to 10. We're in double figures. So I hope you're enjoying this. I'm really having a good time. I'm getting a lot of practice in too, which is kind of cool. As you see, I'm in my apartment right now, so I'm just like, I have a light on me, and I got this stuff in the background that you can see, and you have a good idea of what's in here because of this wide-angle lens. And that's it. I'll shut up now because it's getting too long. So I will see you on the next one. Peace.